Hello and welcome to Norway, and today I'm going to be ranking and test tasting some cola so you don't have to.
Mr. Incredible, we need your help.
Showtime.
I've bought these 4 colas to rank and test taste them. I'm missing one. I was gonna get the Always Save cola. Always Save has been a staple in my videos, but unfortunately the Always Save was sold out, so maybe this Always Save is really good. I'm gonna have to try that and review it for you guys, but sadly I was not able to get a hold of some. I've got the top ranked colas in Cola and Pepsi, then I got the 2 underdogs in RC and the Best Choice Cola. I'm going to be ranking these sodas on the smell, the look, the taste, and the fizz. My pre-rankings before the taste tests are the Coca-Cola, the Pepsi second, the RC third, and then the Best Choice last. In most of my videos, the Best Choice does not do that well. First up, I have the RC Cola. Fun fact about RC Cola, it was the first soda to be distributed in aluminum cans. I've had RC Cola before, I've had it in cans, bottles. I think it's a decent drink. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not the best. I think for me, it gets too flat pretty quick. As soon as you open a can or a bottle, it gets flat pretty quick. But before it's flat, it's a really good drink. Maybe it'll surprise me this time. I think this is an underdog in this video. I don't think it will win this rankings, but maybe it will. I think it has some tough competition with Coke and Pepsi, and maybe even the Best Choice, because I've never had the Best Choice. But the Best Choice has never been the best choice, so we'll see. But I have high hopes for this RC. I hope it does well. I believe RC is actually owned by Dr. Pepper, which is a really good drink. I'll do another one of those for you guys, but let's get this open. Here's the fizz check for the RC Cola. And that is an angry fizz. It's a really stout fizz. Alrighty, just based off that fizz, I think we're in for a really good drink. I don't know if you can see this, but it's fizzing really good.
Just in the bottom, this is gonna open.
So I think this is gonna have a lot of fizz in it. I think it's gonna be refreshing. I think it's gonna taste good. In my past with RC, it's always been a decent drink. Sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's not the best, but we'll see how it tastes. Let's pour it in the cup. It is fizzing really well in the cup. Look at that. Oh yeah. Brown color to it. Let's smell up this RC Cola. Smells really good. Smells just like a cola would. Kind of has a hint of orange to it, if that makes sense. I don't know. That's what I'm getting from it. It smells good, has the fizz, it looks good. Let's get to drinking it. It's a really good drink. Yeah, no, that's really good. With the fizz going into the bottle, I was expecting to get hit in the face with the fizz, but it's slightly there. It's not too much of a fizz that you're repulsed. You want to throw it at the camera. No, it's a good mix of smoothness, and then you have the fizz in there, and then the sweetness is really good. It's not too sweet. I think this is going to be in the top for sure now, but it still has tough competition with Pepsi and Coke. The RC Cola looked good, it tasted good, it had a really good fizz, and it smelled good. I think this is a really good drink. Alright, next up we have the Best Choice Cola. In my previous video, the Best Choice has been, I think, mostly bad. I think they've had one good drink. If I'm remembering right, I believe it was the grape soda Best Choice that was good. But I remember the root beer was not good, and then I don't think the orange was good. But I don't remember. I'm gonna give all these sodas a blank slate. I've never tasted this Best Choice before, so I'm gonna give it a fair test. I think this is one of the best looking Best Choices I've ever seen. I think the wrapper's really nice. I think the red's really cool. It kind of reminds me of Coke. I think that's what they're trying to go for. We'll see if it tastes anything like Coke. Alrighty, time for a fizz check for the Best Choice Cola. We're gonna open it here. And that's a pretty decent fizz. Alrighty, that fizz was not the best, but it was a good fizz. I don't think it was better than the RC fizz, but it was a good fizz. And we want to give it a fair review. It looks good. Will it smell good? Let's get it in the cup. Let's smell up this Best Choice soda. It doesn't smell bad, but it smells a little bit stronger than the RC. I think with the RC Cola, it was a little bit more subtle. This one's a little bit more stronger. It doesn't smell bad, but I would say it's a little bit worse than the RC Cola. The fizz is a little bit worse. So far, it's a little bit worse than the RC, but will it taste better? Let's see. Yep. So, it's a pretty good drink. I actually like this. I don't think it's a bad taste. I think it's a good taste. And like the smell, I think it's a little bit more stronger than the RC. And honestly, depending on your taste, if you like a stronger fizz or bite to it, I mean, you might want to pick this best choice over the RC, or you might want to pick the RC just because it's a little bit more smoother. I think this one tastes a little bit worse. I think the taste overall is almost on par with the RC Cola, but with that little stronger hit of fizz, I think it's not as balanced as the RC Cola. I think the RC Cola, it has a little edge to it when it comes to the taste and smell. It's not too strong. I do like this Best Choice Cola. I would drink it again. Another interesting thing, when I had drinking this, it was kind of bubbling in my mouth like Pop Rocks almost. It felt like Pop Rocks when I was drinking this. I don't know if that's good or bad, but it did taste good. I wouldn't say it's a bad drink, and honestly, I could see this being in the top 2 also. So maybe it's the other way around. Instead of Best Choice and RC being the underdogs, maybe Pepsi and Coke are the underdogs. Alrighty, next up we have the classic Pepsi Cola. This is one of my favorite drinks. If you've seen my Pickle Pepsi video, you've seen me review it there, but I'm gonna review it again here, and I'm gonna give it a fair review. I think bottles are somewhat different every time you drink them, but most of the time they're the same. But if you watched my root beer video, you saw that the mug root beer bottle was definitely not good. So, we're gonna taste this Pepsi Cola. I think Pepsi is one of my favorite drinks. I think it's one of the best colas. Honestly, it's neck and neck between Coke and Pepsi. Alrighty, here's the fizz check for the Pepsi Cola. Let's get this open. And that's a really good fizz. Oh, overflow. Get that on camera. Based off that fizz, I think this is gonna be a really good drink. Really promising so far. It looks good, and it fizzed really good. Let's pour it in the cup. Looks real nice in the bottle. Honestly, all these look the same in the cup. Let's smell up this Pepsi. That's a pretty good smell. I think for the smell, I think it is slightly worse than the RC. Like the Best Choice, it's a little bit stronger, but I do think it's a little bit better than the Best Choice on smell. It looks good, it smells good, and it fizzes good. Let's see if it tastes good. And that's really good. Man, it's really good Pepsi. This Pepsi is kind of reminding me of the Best Choice. It tasted a little bit more like the Best Choice in the RC Cola. I think this is a little bit better than the Best Choice, but it's not as smooth as the RC Cola. And depending on how you like drinks, I think the RC Cola could be better if you like the smoother taste. And honestly, I kind of like the RC Cola better than the Pepsi Cola on taste and smell. I think so far, the RC is knocking it out of the park. Sadly for the Best Choice, I don't think it's getting out of that last place spot, even though it is their best drink I've tasted so far. But like I said, this cola spot is going to be really tough. Last but not least, we have the Coca-Cola. This might be the best soda in the world. Not just by taste, but just numbers. I think this is one of my favorites. This is probably my favorite soda out there. I mean, it's a classic. You can't go wrong with the Coca-Cola. In the bottle, in the can, in glass, out of the fountain, Coke always tastes great. Like I've said, I've rarely ever had a bad Coca-Cola before, but let's get this in the cup and let's see if this Coca-Cola is good. fizzing really well in the cup, just like all the other ones. So far, none of these drinks have had a fizz problem. Let's smell this Coca-Cola. Yeah, this one kind of smells like the best choice in the Pepsi Cola. I think overall the best smell is the RC Cola. Looks good. It smelled pretty good. Will it taste good? Let's find out. That's really good. Yeah. No, that's good. I think that was a really good drink. But this might be a controversial opinion, but I do think the RC Cola tastes better than this Coca-Cola. Like the Pepsi and the best choice, I think they're a little bit stronger than the RC Cola. And I think earlier I said that RC Cola gets flatter a little bit quicker, but I do think it tastes a little bit better than Coca-Cola and Pepsi Cola. Alrighty, for my final ranking, I have RC Cola leading the pack. I think it tasted the best, it smelled the best, it looks pretty good. I don't think it looks the best, but I do think those two qualities beat out the other three. And Pepsi Cola in second. I think these three all tasted very similar, but I do think Pepsi beat it out this time. But I do think Pepsi won this one on these three. It tasted slightly better than these two. And in third place, I had Coca-Cola. I think all four of these are in a pretty tight race. Honestly, Coca-Cola could have been first and Pepsi could have been first, or this best choice could easily been first. But I think this balanced taste really helped the RC out a lot. It really stood out to me. This RC stood out to me amongst all four of these. These three all kind of tasted similar, and this one tasted really good. Thank you for watching my cola taste test and ranking video. If you liked the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Please comment down below which one is your favorite or what you would like to see next.